Creating a curly hair routine with DIY products can be a little bit tricky. So today I'm going to share how I take care of my curly hair using DIY products and also how I figure out which products to make and use for each wash day. Each basic curly hair routine has about 5 steps. We have washing, detangling, treatment mask, moisturizing, and styling. A lot of people have different opinions on what you should be doing to wash your hair. Some people are like, no way, conditioner only. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not one of those kinds of people. The primary reason why is because your scalp needs to be properly cleansed with something that can remove dirt and buildup, and conditioner just does not do the job. Shampoo removes all of the buildup so that your hair can curl up in the way that it wants to. You'll find that when you have a lot of buildup on your hair, your curls kind of just lay limp, and they also have less definition, a lot more breakage. You should have at least 3 different types of shampoo in your rotation. The first one is a clarifying shampoo, and the sole purpose of the clarifying shampoo is to reset your hair. That means all of the product that is in your hair is going to be zeroed out so you could start fresh, and it also makes your hair a lot more receptive to treatments and moisturizers. The second basic shampoo you should have is an exfoliating shampoo. You don't necessarily need to buy a whole separate shampoo to exfoliate your scalp. You could totally just get a scalp exfoliating brush and turn any shampoo you have into an exfoliating shampoo. I actually use an exfoliating brush with every single shampoo session. Just like you exfoliate the skin on your face, it's the same basic principle. This is gonna lead to healthier hair growth because the follicles in your hair are unclogged, they're unblocked, and they are ready to freely grow. The third one that you'll need is a moisturizing shampoo. Moisturizing shampoos are as simple as they sound. It's really just kind of a weekly maintenance type of thing. When I feel like I need to clarify my hair, usually that happens around once a month, and I'll use my ACV rinse. If I feel like my scalp needs a little bit more exfoliation, then I will go in with Persil powder shampoo, or if I feel like my hair is just doing fine and it doesn't need any extra cleansing, then I will go in with the Mbunu shampoo, which is a hydrating moisturizing shampoo that still also deeply cleanses the hair. Detangling with products that have an abundance of slip is key to having curls that look as thick as possible, and it also prevents some unnecessary tangling throughout your wash day. For any fine-haired curly girls out there like myself, if you are using products that aren't adding enough slip, creating more breakage, then your hair is going to look even thinner than it actually is. Detangling is something that I do in every single step. Each DIY product I create on this channel, slip is non-negotiable. So even down to the berry shampoo, deep treatment mask, styler, and also my moisturizer, they all need to have slip. All of those steps are ensuring that my hair is protected and it's not in such a fragile state that it's able to get damaged or break. Regardless of anything that happens on your wash day, this is a step that absolutely cannot be missed, because this is essentially like taking multivitamins, but it is for your hair. Which deep conditioner you choose depends on your hair goals and your needs. This is all by going about how your hair feels and also what your preferences are and how much time you actually have. Not everybody can spend all day doing their hair, and I don't think everybody wants to. Some people like to deep condition just in the shower. This is something that I used to do back in the day. I'm saying back in the day like it was long ago. A couple years ago, I used to just deep condition my hair in the shower, and I used to skip detangling conditioners, and that worked for me at the moment. Now, since I live in a much drier climate, it's really important for me to spend a little bit more time on deep conditioning so that I can have longer lasting curls throughout the week. I have 2 DIY hair mask recipes. The first one is a fenugreek mask. The second one is a coconut cream mask. Now, these two masks do two very different things. Although every single product has a lot of slip and moisture, it all depends on whether you want to strengthen your hair or whether you want to moisturize your hair on a very deep level. The whipped coconut cream mask, that one is to maintain and moisturize your curls. I find that when I use this, it makes my hair feel so moisturized and it protects it until the very next wash day. But if you're looking to strengthen your hair and also achieve thicker hair growth, you definitely want to do the fenugreek mask and incorporate that into your routine. There was a time, I think around 2019, that I noticed that my hair started to really thin out due to stress. I didn't do anything about it because I was like, no, why? Is it really? I wasn't really sure, but then I noticed, I was like, yeah, it's definitely getting thinner than normal and I gotta do something about this. When I used the fenugreek mask, it helped my curls to be a lot more resilient. It appeared like it was thicker, but this is what fenugreek actually does. It strengthens the hair at the root. It's able to properly grow out without breaking off. So what it was doing really was increasing the density of my hair rather than changing the actual texture of my hair. My hair is also protein sensitive, so I had to be careful with the types of treatments I was using in my hair, and this one was the one that seemed to work really well for me. Now, I will say this, I can't use the fenugreek mask every single week because then I'll notice that my hair starts to get very hard. That's how I know I need to swap to my coconut cream deep conditioner mask, because that one is going to help counteract any hardness in my hair, and it is just going to simply moisturize my hair rather than strengthen it. Sometimes I'll swap to using the fenugreek mask once a month and then using the coconut cream mask all the other times in the month. It all just depends on what my hair is looking like and if I feel like I need more of a thickening, strengthening treatment. Once you went in with your treatment hair mask, rinse that out, seal in that moisture with a water-based leave-in. If my hair feels like it's really well balanced out and it just needs a lightweight water-based moisturizer, then I will go in with my homemade serum. If my hair feels like it's a little bit more dry, then I'll go in with my Slippery Elm leave-in. That one's a little bit more hydrating and the serum is a lot more lightweight. We've done all the hard work to cleanse our hair properly, detangle, and treat our hair. Now it's time to make sure that all of that hard work does not go to waste. And that is when a sealant comes into place. This serves as a protective barrier, preventing moisture loss and tangles. You can do this with any product you prefer, but I like to flip between an oil or a cream. If you need something that's a little bit thicker to lock in the hydration in your curls, then a curl cream would work a lot better for you. For curls that are needing something that's a little bit more lightweight, then an oil would be a better fit. And this is something that changes from season to season. Sometimes your curls might need something that's a little bit lightweight, like an oil, and then sometimes it needs something that's a little bit thicker, a little bit heavier because of your environment. A moisturizing leave-in is not an actual styler. That is just designed to moisturize the hair and or lock water in your hair. If you want your curls to last more than a couple of days, you definitely need to use a styler. The key component here is that it has something that creates some sort of cast so that it's kind of frozen in place until your curls are completely dry. For me, when I use just moisturizing products in my hair, my curls are too squishy and they last probably about 2 to 3 days, which is no bueno for me. I like to do my hair 1 day a week, then call it a day and move the F on, because I ain't about restyling my hair every other day or re-wetting my hair every other night. It's not gonna happen. And I know some of you might ask, but Michelle, when your hair gets messed up in 2 to 3 days, why don't you just put it in a bun like a normal person? The reason why I don't like to throw my hair up in a bun is because I have a very tender scalp. Whenever I put my hair in tight styles or bun styles, I tend to get really bad headaches. The two stylers colors that I like to switch is flaxseed gel and sea moss gel so far. The flaxseed gel is the gel I use when I really want to hold my style in place for a longer sustained period of time throughout the week. Sometimes, depending on the weather, my hair can last up to a full 7 days when I use flaxseed gel. Now, if I want something that has a little bit more of a softer hold, I do go in with my sea moss gel, but it does harden up just a little bit. How the heck do I use DIYs every single time? The authentic, real answer, I am not able to use DIYs every single time because sometimes I run out and sometimes I don't time it correctly, but I'd say maybe about 80 to 90% of the time, no, let's just go with 70 to 80. 70 to 80% of the time I use my DIYs. The only way I'm able to do that is I make them ahead of time, freeze them into ice cubes, I store those ice cubes in the freezer and then defrost them when I'm ready to use it. The next morning when I go into my curly wash routine, then I have all the products ready to go. Making them in bulk and freezing them, it's the key to me being consistent in my curly hair routine. My hair can reap the benefits of each treatment. If I forget, which happens a lot of the time, I just take it out the day of and then I use a double boiler method to defrost it. The products are a little bit warmer and I'm able to work them in. This works amazing for your deep conditioning mask. I'll be coming up with an updated curly hair routine either before this video or after this video so that you guys can see all the products in action. Subscribe so that you don't miss that video if you're new. Like and share this video if you found it helpful. And as always, I'm sending you all the love, light, and good vibes. And I'll see you in the next one. Even though my hair still looks pretty healthy at this point, it is 9 days old and my hair is very dry, so it is in need of some serious TLC. I am taking some plain coconut milk straight from the can. It's so accessible, you can find it literally at any grocery store. I'm using this as my detangler. I'm just re-wetting my hair, saturating all the way through.